So super special episode for today's podcast. This is like our first interview ever. So we are with Sushi Chef Cho. You also know him as Michael Cho. He is the CEO of the Sushi TikTok. We talk about we literally just had a blast. We had a great time. We're just literally trying to minimize the talking of trash on everyone else because what else do chefs talk about after work? However, we bring light into a lot of other issues that's happening in the industry. But what a treat. Cho is such a cool dude. Hopefully you guys can see that and can feel that. Our podcast is a video podcast first, so you can actually see this on YouTube, Breaking Bread Podcast, live as we all talk together. But obviously you're listening onto audio format, not a big deal. But please enjoy Sushi Chef Cho.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Breaking Bread Podcast. Special episode with Sushi Chef Cho, aka CEO of SushiTok. We got all the CEOs here today. Like we got CEO of Chef Talk over there, CEO Garlic Talk.
Yeah, we go with that. Yeah, I like that.
Oh my goodness, long
people
time coming.
They're gonna forget about it in 5 months, bro. Trust me.
I don't care. I want people to remember it.
Yeah. I told you. I was like, you need to clout chase this motherfucking video. You need to clout chase it. That's what you got to do. You got to reply to every comment. You got to get in there. Get in there. Piss people off. Drive the engagement.
Piss people off. Joe was just mentioning, because I haven't checked any of my like actual follower account, so I just checked it. I'm at 13.5, which is ridiculous to me.
Dude,
I was just like, wow,
that's amazing.
Bananas.
You know, it's really hard
bananas.
It's really hard. Listen, I love TikTok for the amount of growth you get, but it's really hard to like. I'll be honest with you, man. I went from like 40 to 210, like literally in 8 hours. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just don't know. But here's the thing: for sponsor deals and for deals with any type of like food equipment, I'm telling you, it's gonna come as soon as you hit 10. Like as soon as you hit 10K, you consider yourself to make a sponsored post. And what I really like is like, I think on a lot of companies are taking TikTok more seriously. And,
a lot. Quite a bit.
I'm sure, Cho, I'm sure your inbox is fucking.
Bro, I was just telling Chef Salty here. I got this brand deal going on with this multi-X salmon company. They source their salmon from Chile, and it's a $500 brand deal. But it's crazy because I thought they were only send me like 4 slabs of salmon, right?
Yeah.
I come into my house. There's literally maybe 50 to like 80 pounds worth of salmon just sitting in my freezer right now. I'm like, how do you guys expect me to use all this salmon? You know what I mean? It's nuts. It's
I got
crazy.
a confession to make. To make. They reached out to me too, but then I was like, you know what? I need a salmon coming to work with. Great. And then I'm like, let's do it. I don't care what the price is. It's fine. And then they sent me a booklet of like, your videos need to be this. They need to do that. And I was like, I'm like, nah. You know what?
It's like not today.
And here's the thing. I hate to say it, but I leave money on the table because I deny that shit. Like you barely see any sponsor posts on my account, and I leave money on the table. But like I try to tell people, if you are a young cook or if you're a young chef and you're not making that much money, this is a great way to offset your income.
No, straight up.
You know what I'm saying? Take the deal. Take the $200. Take the $300. But Cho, I'm gonna be honest with you. I charge $2K for a 60-second video.
No, that's sick. See, I'm building up to that level of like, hey, if you guys want me to post your stuff, I can't do it for free anymore. Like I'm done doing free stuff.
So here's the thing. I'm going to give a word of advice. Trust me. I don't have that much. I don't have that big of a following, but the thing is people take, what I have to say seriously. So start out with your first couple of brand deals, really go above and beyond. And this came from two of my friends. So that dude can cook, and then a few other influencers. But they have millions of followers.
Right.
And do a really good job on your first couple of sponsored posts. Get them into a portfolio. Make sure you track the engagement. Make sure you track your follower count, and then when a company reaches out, this is your negotiation, right? Because any company will try to offer you free product for a video, bro. No.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah. I'm done with the free stuff. I'm like, what's the point? What's the point?
Yeah. And unfortunately, it's just the way of the world. But like, so your price now is, X amount of dollars. You need to increase that. each month, just like a business, by 20%. And listen, like, here's the thing. Sometimes you got like, I leave money on the table all the time because I'm so finicky, man. Like, I don't want, dude, I signed up for this dumbass app called like Bilio or something where you do some videos and they, basically they take a cut, you make a couple videos for them. And it was the dumbest shit ever, man. Dude, like, and I don't know. It's just, I try to focus on what I want to do. And here's the thing: it's not my main income, my main source of income. But I highly recommend. I tell these young chefs all the time, like, dude, if you're a cook in a restaurant in a Michelin star restaurant making like $18 an hour, you need to start posting shit. And you can definitely. If you have 10K followers, you can make money, and you have to go out. You have to go out and you have to get the money. They're not just going to email you like they do for me and you, Cho. Dude, I got my inbox. I had to take my email. I had to take my email out of the inbox, man, like or out of my bio because it was just ridiculous.
Crazy problems on that one.
Yeah, and it's like, here's the thing, man. I will tell you, my last sponsorship deal was with Analon X, which I really stand behind that pan. The pan is really good. It's the one my wife uses the most, and I felt really good about that one. And basically, there was one other one that I did, but all the other ones, man, it's like, man, I know I should put more time and effort into it, but it's just, I don't like doing it, man. I don't like standing in front of the camera and saying, yo, this product is blah, blah, blah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, dude. Like,
if it doesn't feel right, you shouldn't.
It feels fake. It feels rushed. It doesn't feel genuine when it's a product we can actually use.
Yeah, so that's why, like, I think the salmon one is a good one because it's a product you can probably stand behind. But here's the thing: it's like, how did they ship it to you? How do other people get it? How was the quality? Did you check it? Because I was like, hey, I want to check the salmon first before I even think about posting a video.
You would.
Yeah. I mean, listen, here's the thing.
Yeah, the salmon was good, though. Just saying.
Oh, it is? Okay, then that's perfect. But, like, see, for me, I don't really like IQF anything. But for the consumer at home, it just makes sense. If you can order it online and it comes IQF, that's much better than going down to your grocery store and getting that nasty ass fish that's been sitting in the liquid.
Yeah, amen, dude. I was like, just because they rinsed it doesn't mean it's going to look any better. Like, I can see that slimy ass texture from a mile away, dude. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here. Especially with sushi, man. I've seen. Oh, man, I'm like, Yeah, and so, like, but that's good, man. And like, hopefully, KC, you'll see what I'm talking about when you start. You'll bump up for sure. Like, there's no doubt in my mind.
I don't really like, for me. So the whole thing is, I just want to teach people. There's other cuisines than just American cuisines, because like it feels just as if it's kind of gate kept here.
Me and my people, we stuck,
like dude. The three of us.
So here's the thing. Cho, I'll be honest, before I became a chef, like, okay, so even while being a cook and being a chef, the only thing I associated
sorry.
No, it's okay. The only thing I associated sushi with was like your American sushi, right? This is what I knew. And boy, was I embarrassed when I went to New York City and I went to Masa, okay?
Masa fucks.
They serve, dude, I'm telling you. I was like, okay, well, if it's $500 a person, then it has to be good. And I remember telling the sushi chef, like, hey, look, this is my first time trying real sushi. And he's like, okay, well, those sushi rolls that you get in America, that's not it.
No, not at all. Like, I work at an American fusion style sushi joint. I'm like, people say, oh, this is the best sushi I've ever had. You guys have no possible clue. You know what?
And it's so true, man. And here's the thing, like, when you really taste really good quality fish flown in from Japan or just in general fish that's been killed with the ikijime way, and like things that have been, like, even down to the rice granules, like sourcing the rice, cooking it properly, like, this is all part of it, right? And I never knew anything until I went to Masa and I had to educate myself. And then arguably, a lot of people do not know the difference. So people that are hating on you, they don't fucking know, bro. They get their sushi from home.
I know. These are like little kids, dude. I don't care.
And they're not educated. But here's the thing, like, it's like, and it sucks, man, because, a lot of people, they associate with what they actually know. You know what I'm saying? And they have no idea, man. All they know is all you can eat buffet.
I'm not gonna lie though, I do have a good time at all you can eat. This is just a challenge and fun for me. But like, dude, when people say like, "Oh, this is so good," I'm like, "No, this is trash. This is garbage."
And you can tell when you're using real kampachi or hamachi compared to the cryovac side. Listen, there's nothing wrong with the cryovac side, but when you can see that bright red bloodline compared to the brown bloodline. And look, only like people like me and you would know that. But at the same time, like, dude, I will smash the half side of,
same, without a doubt.
Yeah. But, it's funny because I worked with a chef, a Japanese chef. He's like, we never cryovac the fish. We don't ever, you change the texture. And I'm like, you know what? I agree with that 100%. And, but yeah, so it's crazy, but
before I know we're going, but I just kind of want to bring Cho up to speed. So I got some videos now. Cho, this is the one I knew you from.
Oh God.
We're gonna do a little throwback to you.
Yep.
So for everybody aware, we're on a YouTube space. You can see this live, but I'm gonna play this. This is Cho's infamous avocado hack. So I'm just gonna play it really quickly.
Your index and middle finger in between the pit with your thumb on the back and just effortless. So you're going to your
literally effortless. I love this video, so I know you're cringing right now.
This is the video that started it all.
That's literally what catapulted me to where I am today.
Yeah,
it's insane. Like, you guys know Noah Sims. He was on MasterChef season 10. So that guy reaches out to me. And if you guys know him, he is one of the most blunt people on the planet. He's like, I can't believe you got famous off a fucking avocado pit. I'm like, hey man, I can't believe it either. And then we just became best friends. Yeah. And like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's good though, man. That's and it's funny because I'm telling you right now, I appreciate all of the creators that I know and I've met and that I've became friends with.
Yeah, same.
And and it's so funny because man, I root for everybody, man. Like when you really get up to our I'm not gonna say our level, but like when you get up to a creator level, like it doesn't matter how many or who like when you sit down with your creative friends in LA, nobody's talking about how many followers they have.
No, they're talking about what they're doing, which is
that's
sick.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Dude, I had this like perception that because I only had 200K that I wasn't like as big as like that dude can cook or Marco.
Bro, you guys are big time. Shut your faces, both of you. Shut up.
But like that's the thing. But what I'm saying is like it's so funny how people like that was my perception. I'm not gonna lie, and it's funny because when Albert and I did that, when we did the collab with Sonny, I mean he had less followers than me. He literally He did. And then, he blew up. After over a couple weeks, man. And I was so happy for him, man. And it's so funny because you look at his videos and in all honesty, in reality, he's really introverted. You know what I'm saying? He's like, and I try to tell him like, man, you got to talk more, but he doesn't feel comfortable talking in English. He only feels comfortable talking in his language, Russia.
That's okay.
You guys never knew that. Yeah. And it's funny because, dude, he's such a cool dude, man. He lives in San Jose. Cho, I'm telling you, we should link up one day.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. I was just telling Salty here. I thought he was in the Bay Area too. That's how I thought you two know each other. Then long behold,
he's in
New Jersey.
I told him I'd fly over.
I'm down, dude. Like, I want to meet up. I want to go to your restaurant before you dip out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you dip out, I don't know if it's for sure.
There's so many creators here in SF too. So many.
I believe that.
Hey, Cho, would you so just a couple questions. Like I know not a lot of people know you. I mean, we know you, sorta, right?
Yeah.
Would you mind just like giving like a quick bio? How you came up? Why did you start? I know because I'm a mod in your channel, so I kind of know what the whole spiel is, but maybe people don't know for the podcast.
So for those that don't know me, I'm Cho. I'm a sushi chef for 16 years. How did I become a sushi chef? My dad made me because he owned a sushi restaurant at the time. And for those who don't know, in the Asian household, whatever your dad says, you pretty much do. And like, I wanted to run away from it though. When I first started, like I full on didn't want to do this. My dad was literally, he was in the army in Korea. Like, in Korea culture, you have to be in the army. So he just drilled me. Literally, he was like, this is like the military. You do what I say, you do it right. And becoming a chef, I remember for 6 months, I would literally just put rice on nori. I wouldn't even fucking roll the roll. My dad's like, give me
Old
5
school.
sheets. Give me 5 sheets of nori right now and just give it to me. And then he would throw the sheets back at me if I didn't do it right. So he's like, that's too much rice. That's too little rice. That's too smushed. So like when you like, I'm so meticulous now anytime I make sushi. So like, dude, that's how I pretty much got into the game. Yeah. But now I love it. Like my dad's like, I'm super happy for you. I'm like, yeah, not when I was younger, but yeah, now you're happy for me. Like, oh my God. Like I said,
say that again. When I was younger.
Yeah, I'm very grateful though for that like brutal work ethic, which honestly, if kids were treated like that nowadays, they would sue. They would sue immediately. Yeah. I'm just like, you guys don't know anything like kitchen culture. I love kitchen culture though. I love it.
Yeah.
Like if Gordon were to, like, here's the thing. If Gordon were to yell at me, I would take it. I'd be like, okay, all these other content. No,
Yeah.
go.
No. I was gonna say, it's funny because like I didn't know the difference until I became a chef, where I took it, dude. I work with some French chefs that just like really like just dug into me really hardcore for no reason. I remember specifically at Cafe Blue. I'll never forget this, man. I remember the sous chef screaming at me at the top of his lungs, like literally, like throwing a tantrum. And it's funny because I looked at him. I was like, listen. After an hour and a half of getting screamed at, I was like, chef, can you just tell me what you want? You can tell me, I'll do it. I swear, I'm not going to argue with you. I won't talk back, but just talk to me like a normal person, like, because we're standing right next to each other. And honestly, it's like we can just communicate properly. And it's funny because he looked at me, but like he was about to yell, and I'm just like, seriously, like I'll do whatever you say. It doesn't even matter. But like, you don't need to scream. Like, and it's funny because I know exactly what you're talking about, Cho. And it's like, for me, I remember when I was coming up as a cook, I was like, you know what? When I become a chef, I'm not going to treat people like that. And there have been times that I have, but honestly, it's like, dude, I can get the same job done in the same amount of time
without doing that.
Without doing all that. But like, man, I know exactly what you're talking about, man. And when I came out of Alinea, oh my God, dude, I was so into myself, man. Oh, it was ridiculous.
I mean, I didn't even know you worked at Alinea. That's like my dream restaurant to go eat at. Like, I want to see Grant and like see him in his
it's
like,
nice.
His world.
Really
and,
cool,
like,
man.
I booked it one time. Didn't even go through though, but I missed out on the opportunity a long time ago, like 2015 ish.
It's definitely worth it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I just think, I don't know, man. I think it's not like what it used to be. I hate to say that, but like, I think ever since they transitioned into 7 days a week opposed to 5 days and close 2 days, I think that kind of changes the game a little bit, because then you have to hire an additional staff to take care of that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas when we worked, it was you worked 5 days and pretty much all day. And, like the team was really tight, man. I can't really talk. I'm not like talking shit, but like I know that they're reopening for 7 days. And I mean, I'm sure that staff is just stretched so thin.
I can't. I've always wanted to work in fine dining. Like, don't get me wrong, but like I can't really find anything in San. Closest thing to fine dining is a fucking upscale Olive Garden, pretty much, which is I'm like, no, this isn't fine dining. I need to work with like actual chefs. That's the thing. Yeah. So,
but it'd be, it's crazy because I tell everybody, man, like, especially when you're young, if you just want to learn, man, to go stage, man, stage and trail for 2 days. Oh, dude, it's cool. You can be like a fly on the wall.
That's pretty much.
I was just about to mention. So I've always lived here in the East Coast, right? I've staged in New York City plenty of times, but the only reason why I didn't stay in Michelin restaurants back then. Now, Brandon, you can attest to this. This was like 2007, 8, 9, like that era. Everybody was so fucking cutthroat and want to literally cut you out. They don't give a shit. I just didn't feel like that's what I wanted to grow into, And I was just like, I like the process. I like the techniques. I get it. There's new shit. But like, I just felt like I was going to grow into that type of person. And I didn't want to be like that. That's why I didn't do the Michelin stuff.
You know what's so funny? And it's so funny you say that, Casey, because I remember staging at my first, Michelin star restaurants or whatever. And I remember just getting like plummeted.
Oh, we get hammered. Oh, yeah.
What did you start as though at the Michelin star? Did you start as a commie and then you worked your way up as like?
Yeah. So basically, just to give you a little background, and so my first real Michelin star restaurant, I would say, was probably Cafe Blue, because that's a Michelin star in New York City. But it was rough. I started as a cook, though, thankfully.
Okay.
But then when I went to Oriel in Las Vegas, it was a Michelin star restaurant as well. I started as a sous chef, which was a different ball game, son. Because I worked for a French chef. His name was Vincent Poissel. I love him to death, man. But I'm telling you right now, just like all the other French chefs, they think Americans are stupid and that French is above everybody. And trust me, he would let me know all the time. And like, I remember like telling him one time, like, and I knew this because I worked at Cafe Bleu, where like French was like the way and blah, blah, blah. And like, dude, it was funny because I was like, yo.
Sorry.
I thought it was you
I'm trying
singing.
To find videos.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, what?
Was that you singing though, Casey?
Sorry.
Hey, listen, Joe, Casey be singing. He be.
I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait.
I'm in the band too, but it's all about Cho. Stop it.
So what I wanted to say was, I was just so pretty much management. Like most of the time, when I was at Alinea, I started as a cook instead of a commis. I got to bump up one because I came as a sous chef. So I was a sous chef at Oriel before I went to Alinea. And he's like, listen, we got to start at the bottom. And I'm like, okay, can I start a cook instead of commis? And he's like, yeah, you're going to get paid the same though. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. But like, put me on the station. I don't want to be picking herbs because I think that's stupid. Like, that's why I try to tell people don't do externs. Don't do externships, man. It's ridiculous. They put you, it's just a waste of time. Get a job as a cook. Be responsible for a station. But like picking herbs and putting away vegetables you don't learn anything.
Yeah.
And that's why
That's
why I was so surprised when I started at Seisan because I was hired on at the Seisan group to work on their 2 new angler projects, so Angler San Francisco and Angler Los Angeles, and I was ready to get dude, I did push-ups before I went to work, like ready to fight somebody, but they were so nice. Everybody was so nice and kind, and everybody respected each other. They were all young, and it's because it was San Francisco. San Francisco, that's how everybody is. And and so, yeah. And I think that culture kind of changed over the years and it's changed for the better, but I'll be honest now, I don't think anybody could have lasted, especially like the era, like 2000, you're right, Casey, 2008 to like 2012, dude, it was rough. Man.
It was rough.
I was like, why do I want to be a chef? This sucks.
Yeah.
This sucks, dude. Like, dude, working these long ass hours, man. Like, dude, like waking up and like being in the shits before you even like put your fucking clothes on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like, and especially when it was like when there's like breakfast and lunch service opposed to like just dinner only. Like, at least if you have dinner only, you can have a break, like, and yeah, but it's rough. But I don't know, man. I just love it. I find myself.
I think the experience is what you were going for, essentially. That's why you're at the level where you are now. But like, I staged at 11 Madison. I did try to get into Masa at one point. I couldn't do that. Only because I don't have that much training in like classical Japanese, and they wanted a cook that's trained at least. And I'm like, you're gonna have to teach me. They didn't want to do.
Next time
any of that. I didn't want to pick herbs either.
Next time you need to lie, Casey. Next time you need to lie.
Sometimes I was this close.
Sometimes you have to.
I was this close. Yeah. The one though, per se, I was this close, Brandon. But like the Sue was a bitch, straight up. And I'm like, that's how you talk to your staff? Are you serious? Yeah. And this is me. I was just about sous chef level, and I'm like, what? You're working for this guy? Are you serious? But that was like the normal. Everybody just kind of like, yeah, that's normal. I'm like,
I ate it per se. Like, I don't know. I think it was like 2008 or 2009. And Eli was the chef. I forgot what his last name is. Dude, we walked in the kitchen and we went to go take a picture with him. And like, he is literally in the middle of crushing somebody's soul. Like,
oh my God.
Like, it was, yeah, he's like this close to his face. And he's just like, you can tell he's like making these faces. And like, you could see this cook just like, he had been working all day. And I'm just like, fuck. Yeah, that's how fucking intense it is. It really is
rough, man. It really is.
That's why, like, I hate to say it, and like, God bless my heart. Like, I don't mean to offend anybody, but if I see any cook or any chef with the TK group on their resume, that's a no hire. It's a no hire for me.
Cho, that's Thomas Keller. So like Grand Ackett's.
I was about to say, like, who the hell?
Like that.
And no, shout out to my boy Damien though. He was at Bouchon for 10 years. Okay. Mm-hmm. And he was my executive sous when I worked at Seisan. And I was like, fuck, it's going to be really hard to change this guy's mind, because that's the reason why I don't hire Thomas Keller group, because they only do the TK way. That's it, bro. Out of the 25 motherfuckers that came from the TK group, all of them, bro. Every time you say something or you give them constructive criticism or you tell them anything, dude, they are fucking brainwashed. And I hate to say that because, like, I'm going to be honest, Chef Ackett's worked with Thomas Keller for a long time, but, and that lineage kind of fell down into Alinea, but I got to be honest, and it's just, dude.
Is that the guy who stole Grant's recipe, put it on the menu? He's like, hey, you can never make this thing again. This is mine. Where like Grant took the guy's helium balloon, the sugar helium balloon. He's like, hey, like, are you cool with this being on the menu forever? Are you okay with that? Is that the same situation that you're talking about, kind of thing?
No. I'm talking about the TK. So basically, anybody that works with the TK group or Thomas Keller group, they're brainwashed into Thomas Keller's like system of the way they do things. So here's a good example.
I say, okay, got it.
Yeah. So like if you work,
you've seen this guy.
I've seen him. I know about this guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you work, so here's a good example. Like if you worked for the TK group for like 3 or 4 years, you go to your next restaurant, you're above everybody else. That's the way they think. And like, I totally get it. And so anything that is questioned or anything that like is done incorrect, like they try to do it the Thomas Keller way. And sometimes that's not how it works, man. Like
every place is different. Every place is different.
That's what I'm saying. But I will tell you what, I was there when they created the helium balloon. That was Chef Mike Bagel.
Oh, so you were there. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I got the recipe and everything. I should TikTok that.
You really should, dude.
Yeah.
The fact that it's going to
be like, hey,
not
you guys
every
remember
average
this?
person is going to be able to make it, but like skilled people, like
I got the recipe,
possibly.
man. Dude, the recipe is never leaving my freaking. Dude, I got it on a padlock, bro.
Nice.
So it's funny because like, yeah, you're right. So when Mike Bagel made that recipe, Chef Atkins was like, hey, this is going to be like an Alinea dish. You know, are you okay with that? But listen, Chef Atkins always gave Mike the credit. It wasn't
that's good. Okay, that's what I was concerned
about. That was always Mike's dish. Everybody knew that. Everyone in the restaurant knew it. And you know, Chef Mike he's the only one who made the balloon mix. And then finally he was becoming the executive chef. He went from the CDC to executive chef, and he finally passed it on. And then I remember one day they were in the shits, and I'm like, Chef, I can make the mix. Just give me the recipe. I got it. And he's like, you don't share this with anybody.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey.
Yeah,
bro, I got you. Hey, to this day, I have never even. People have asked me. I'm like, nah, no way, ain't happening.
NDA.
Yeah,
Sign an NDA.
That's a sensitive case to open.
Yeah, I mean, no, honestly, people have tried to rip off of it, and I totally get it. And honestly, if I were to ask him, I could probably DM him right now and say, hey, are you okay if I post this video? But I told him, I remember when they were making it, and I was like, this is going to go down in history books for sure.
Yeah, it's one of the most innovative things I've ever seen in my life, bro.
Yeah, it's dope.
It's the most iconic thing.
And honestly, it's really easy to make. It's not that hard, but it's really cool.
Don't tell him though.
No,
I'm still loaded on 4 NDAs, by the way. Cho, my background is all corporate, and once you get to kind of that stance, literally the hand pamphlet that comes to you for their recipes. Like I still have 2 NDAs from PF Chang that I cannot share. I mean, I can tell you some of the stuff, but like it's like that big of a packet once you make exec into it. Yeah. And then you have to sign all this shit, and that's like 5 or 6 years or some shit that you can't you can't mention stuff. But like
that's crazy.
That's the level that I'm kind of jonesing into the corporate world.
They ain't gonna come after you, bro. Trust me.
No, I know they ain't gonna come after me.
Like that's the restaurant. Like that's the same thing with my restaurants. Like I can't disclose the recipe for the aioli sauce there because like that's their sauce. Like I can't fuck with it, so I can't release that to the public. So which is makes sense because it's your guys' house sauce. But I mean, I got the vegan unagi sauce on lock, so I could make a video on that. That would be actually pretty badass. But
you know, and it's funny because I'm gonna be the completely opposite chef. If I come up with a restaurant, anybody can have any recipe they want. I think
which is dope, which is awesome. I think that's super cool.
People should have the recipe.
It's like I get it. Like if you're okay. Oh, here's a good example. If you're going to franchise the company and you know that you like know that you're going to franchise. Like let's say if you want to open a sushi restaurant and you're going to franchise everything, then you're not going to want to. You're not going to want to let somebody else take the concept. So it makes sense. But like for me, if I develop a recipe, you know, I'm going to share it because I dealt with so many people that like are the same. They're so protective. I remember working at places where they're just like, no, you can't see the recipe. I'll tell you, but you can't see it. You can't see it. And it's just like, okay, come on, man. Like, it's fine.
That's what corporate is, though.
And plus, man, half of these people won't even make it anyway.
Exactly. It's like if you even put the recipe out, who's going to actually take the time out of the day to do this? Like maybe 1 out of 1,000, if not.
If it doesn't involve putting a bowl in the microwave with some water, then they're not going to make it. Trust me.
True. Very, very true.
Hey, what was the controversial stuff we were going to talk about?
Okay. So before I bring that up, hold on. Before I bring that up.
All right.
Okay. Cho, I got one more video for you to look at. I know a cringe station, but this is my absolute favorite.
This right here, California king salmon. Look how beautiful it is inside that belly. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but I'm not going to kiss it or spank it today. Good salmon. Moments later, I filleted the salmon, and now we're ready to make some salmon cubes. We're going to peel away this belly and just appreciate how beautiful that is. We'll take our salmon and then cut it into really nice cubes. Sushi rice. And then
that hurt my soul.
Once that sushi rice is cooked, let it steam and rest for a while. To assemble our pizza, we'll start by spreading out sushi rice on each slice. At this point, we're ready to doctor up our sushi pizza. And this right here is what I like to call sushi pizza. I think we just invented the best pizza ever. I don't know about you, but I always fold up my crust. Here we go. That right
He
there
is so
as
cringe.
good as it gets.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
that's what
swear,
I'm trying to say. Okay,
Yeah.
Nick and I. Okay, after that video review I did on him, dude, I got so much hate, and I
Yeah.
didn't care. I thought it was hilarious. Like,
His
please
fanboys
keep
His
coming at me.
fanboys are fucking real.
And he clapped back, and I thought his clapback was hilarious and shit.
What
And
do you say?
then,
I didn't even see the clapback. What do you say?
on that video, let me look at it. Oh, I'm on live on TikTok right now. But like, pretty much like, hey man, you should look at the YouTube video. You might learn a thing or two. I'm like, oh, okay.
Ooh,
I
what?
might or might not. But then
I did not see that.
that's where Noah hits me up too. He's like, hey man, I talked to Nick. I let him know your whole story. And then Nick DMs me on Instagram. It's like, hey man, I could probably learn a lot from you. Is there any tips I could get about sushi? I'm like, Nick,
Yeah.
come
chill,
on, bro. Just chill. And like, I'm on good terms with him. I'm not saying I'm
Yeah.
friends with him at all, but I mean, like, I'm not going to come after him anymore. But it's just like, dude, one, you didn't win MasterChef, so you're not a MasterChef. Okay, you got third place. So let's just. I'm going to say that. I'll say that to his face. I don't really care. But it's just like, dude, come on. You can't do that, bro. And that's where people are coming at me being, oh, you're a gatekeeper. It's just being creative.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's just colonizing my craft.
Yeah. You know what? And the problem is, the thing is in SushiChefCho, people don't know this, is I have like, for me as a chef, I have the utmost respect for Japanese people and their cuisine and how they respect their fucking product. Like, dude, I swear to God, when I was working, even at Alinea, when we would order anything from Japan, it came in packaged so neatly. You could tell that people took care of it.
Yeah.
They care, yeah.
It made me so jealous. So I know exactly what you're saying. Here's the thing about Nick, though. So what people don't realize is the show MasterChef is built, right? It's built.
It's a reality show. It's
a reality show
rigged.
to create a story. And unfortunately, man, they do a really good job of convincing these young these young people. But it's a pro home cook show. And here's the thing. Like, you'll see a lot of TikToks that do a lot of dumb shit, dude.
Yeah,
And
stunt food.
Exactly. Like, I'll be honest, like, you know just as well as I know, I remember that video, the sushi pizza, but I don't know, man. I kind of just kept scrolling, but I could see where that'd be offensive because it's kind of ridiculous, man. It's like, dude, if you were to make like a nice, sexy hand roll, you know, I think that would be a different story. But I think the thing with Nick is, and I had this issue before too, because he was calling himself a chef, you know? And I didn't like,
That's my issue.
I didn't like come after him, right? Dude, he's young. He's like, I don't have the time to like come after him. But I said in one of my videos, I said, hey, listen, Nick is, because you have to start with the positive and then you end with the negative, right? And a lot of like, hey, do you consider Nick a chef? And I'm like, no, honestly, I don't. But wait, here's the thing. My man is securing the fucking bag.
Yes,
okay?
100%. I can't be mad at him about that. I can't. I have to give it up to him.
Listen, bro, he went from 1,400 subscribers on YouTube, to over 3 mil in the last 6 months. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
damn.
crazy. Yeah. I remember one day he posted a video. He's like, hey, go follow me on YouTube. I'm posting over there. Boom. I followed him. And like, I love what he's doing. And honestly, he did. He called himself a chef. And I don't agree with that. But that doesn't mean like, you know, and then people came after me, his fanboys. Ooh, they dug deep too. Of course. And I'm like, listen to what I'm telling you. He's never ran a kitchen. Do you understand that?
Exactly.
He's never ran a kitchen. To be a chef, it actually means something. Okay. And you know, if he was a sous chef, okay, fine. Like, but in all honesty, it doesn't really matter because he makes more money than any of the chefs
than any of us.
And all of us combined, he makes more money. Like,
any of us
that's
right
fine.
here.
That's fine.
And that's a flex on itself. And then people are like, oh, but he's a trust fund baby. He was built into wealth. He went to Harvard. I'm like, dude, who cares? Like, why are you so obsessed? I'm like, if you ask me if I think he's a chef, I'm gonna say no. But that doesn't make him I don't know. People think that I'm gatekeeping as well. And I'm like, no,
you're not.
It's not. And it's funny because guess what? He commented in the actual on my video. And he commented, and I'm like, "Oh, the king responds." But he's like, "Hey, you know what? I agree with your point of view. I've never ran a kitchen before. I agree with that." And I'm like, "Hey, thank you. Look, tell your fanboys to back the fuck up."
Right. I mean,
and here's the thing: people post dumb shit. People post dumb shit on TikTok, man. And like, yes, it's offensive to me, but man, you know what? At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want in your house, and there's no rules. Like, if you think about it, like,
no, not at all.
And like, here's the thing, like, if you're cooking for your family in your house, and it like, bro, it's really hard to critique somebody when they're in their own house.
Like, that's true.
You know, it's like and then this is why people send me videos and they're like, "Hey, chef, what do you think about this?" And I'm like, "Dude, he's making this. This is for his family. Like, you can make you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to sit here. I don't know. That's my okay. Here's my other point of view. Like, if you're teaching people if you're teaching young cooks how to do something, and it's not the right way or the right technique, and I'll just leave the conversation with this exact example. I had somebody come work with me. Okay. And they saw me on TikTok. They're like, "Hey, chef, I want to work with you. I saw that you had it." Anyway, long story short, I'm like, "Hey, okay, great. I need to know that you can cook. Can you make me a risotto?" And my man rinses the rice for the risotto. And this is a big no-no. Okay, for risotto rice. Yeah, but the thing is,
one time I allow someone not to rinse the rice is for a risotto. One time.
It completely defeats the purpose. But the reason why I'm saying this is because this is what he said. I said, "Hey, man, where did you cook before?" And then he's like, "Well, I just saw it on TikTok. Everybody says to wash the rice." And I'm like, "Okay, but let me explain something to you. For a risotto, it's a no-go. You actually need the starch development to create the creamy sauce." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I just learned it on TikTok." So this is where I have an issue where people learn things on TikTok or YouTube that in an actual reality in a kitchen will get you fired. Because here's the thing, I didn't end up working with him. And I think it's important to note that, you know?
Yeah. It's like when I see people season the rice for sushi on TikTok, I see them throwing sugar, the salt onto the rice itself. I'm like, what are you fucking doing?
Yeah.
Like, no. And that's what triggers me too. And that's what also a thing about Nick. He does that in his videos. I'm like, dude, that's not okay. Yeah, that's like exactly. Yeah, so that's another
that's
thing.
What you're saying. Yeah,
I think that's the only time I came up like after Nick. I saw him do the rice. I'm just like, yo, homie, it's wrong. Just from a professional to somebody that maybe.
That's why you didn't win MasterChef. That's why. So I'm like,
yeah, right. But you know what? Mad props.
Poor guy.
Bagging. And like, I hope anybody that's listening or hearing, nobody's talking shit. We're just correct. Listen, we're just, hey, we all love Nick. Okay, we do. So don't freaking think that we're talking bad about him or taking like a 3-second clip saying he's not a chef.
Yeah,
like, dude, it's fun. Like, it's totally cool, man. We're all cool.
I mean, he's not. I'm gonna say it right now.
We're all in the culinary world. Okay, Brandon and I are cool with him. I am totally cool with him. I'm not saying I'm his best friend though, or I'm not friends with him. If I were to see him, I'll respect him.
Saying right now, I'm not team Nick.
I'll shoot the shit with him, but I'm like, hey, I ain't your homie.
Yeah, it's funny because there was a YouTube video of him going around giving everybody caviar on the streets. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was so funny because I just thought that type of video was funny because you know what? He's in that in my mind, he's in that category of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like as opposed to like if you could see his videos have transitioned instead of like teaching people how to make things where that's what he used to do before, where he'd be teaching people like, hey, this is how you make this. This is how you make this. I'm going to show you how to make this today. And now it's kind of like, we're going to make, and then he goes into it. And so, but anyway, I got mad respect for him. I ain't got time to hate on anybody, man.
Yeah, I don't really care anymore. I'm like, he's just a figment of the past. I'm just like, whatever, dude.
I think what's really important, and I try to tell everybody else, is work on yourself. Try to push make content for yourself that's authentic to you, and you keep worrying about you. Don't worry about anybody else. Yeah.
Now, Cho, I want your take on this. I know I mentioned it to you during one of your lives.
Oh, yes.
What is your definition of a chef? Because like Brandon and I have different views on it. I'm essentially in the team of, if I'm hiring you for a sous chef position or an exec sous or anything just a little lower than an exec, my first instinct is I will actually give you a P&L from my past week right in front of your face. And I'm like, read it to me. What am I missing? What can you do to increase my sales? Literally, that's the first question I will ask you. Because as management, you should know this first before anything else. Like I know you know how to cook. That's all said and done. But I need you to do the management side. What can you do? Show me. And if they don't usually get to that point if they can't reiterate that to me. But I just want to hear what your take on it as another professional in another field.
About the P&L loss or P&L what?
Oh, no, just what is your definition of a chef? Like, what is that to you? What does that mean to you?
Man, a chef to me is someone who can keep a level head in a hot environment, And the second thing too is just like, if you don't know, like say something. Don't try to go in there and fuck things up even more. If you don't know, say something. Not all the chefs have, like, not everyone's going to know the right answer when they first start. It takes a lot for someone to be like, hey, chef, I need help with this. I'm like, okay, I'll help you out. That's, for me, I like seeing that in like up and coming chefs or new, like a chef. It's like, hey man, I don't know what I'm doing. Help me out. A, swallow your pride. B, keep a level head, and you know how to take orders as like a chef. That's just me.
Got it.
Like, I mean, that's just how I look at it. And if you could take shit, you have what it takes to be a chef. Because all of us, we've been through hell when it comes to being a chef. So that's just how I've looked at it. Because like I don't know, I grew up in a family restaurant. You know what I mean? So I've been chewed out left and right. So I'm like I said, Gordon could yell at me, I wouldn't give a shit. But you know what I mean?
It hits different when you work with family.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
It really does.
You know
It's
why?
a different, that's
They
a
know
different
how to
beast.
get to you. They know how to put that thorn right in the side.
Family.
No, not even that. Like, even if you mess up the restaurant, I would come home playing video games with my friends. My dad would be busting in my rooms like, you fucked up on this order. What the fuck did you do? Don't ever do that again.
God.
Like, dude, it was a constant 24/7 thing. So that's why I'm like, guys, I'm unfazed by anything. So that's an interesting question. No one's ever asked me that before. So I'm like, huh? What does it mean?
Because like everyone has like their own thing. Like I'm thinking more of a hiring purposes.
Right. For hiring, well, because like at the restaurant I work at, I never was really in charge of the hiring process. I was more there for the the training process. You know what I mean? Like the owners would hire these so-called chefs because we hired like 3 kids who have no idea what sushi is. They don't even know how to fucking. Oh my god! So it's just like I'm just there to coach them. So like obviously they have attitudes. I have to put them in checks. Like, guys, I don't care what you know. You don't know shit when it comes to sushi. If you guys have any questions, just ask. If you don't know what you're doing, don't fuck up and just come to me. You know what I mean? So I'm there more to train, mentor instead of like hiring. So that's why I'm like,
You know, I think that's really
a little interesting.
Go ahead, Casey.
I gave that hire to my chef, to my sous chef, because like if they can't jive with him first, then you're not gonna be able to jive with me.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
yeah,
obviously. It's like a unit. Like you should be the chef hiring, not the owners, because your owners will get swayed no matter what. But anyway, I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off.
Who's talking? I don't even know who's talking.
I do have I do have just this one video real quick. Again, I got plenty of videos today. It's like just a whole bunch. Cho, I know your team washing rice, but this is our homie.
Yes.
So I know your team wash your rice.
Except for risotto.
I'm going to give you a little controversy. Okay, I give you a little controversy here. I mentioned this to Brandon already. I don't wash my jasmine rice.
I only cook with short grain every day, all day, so I don't really fuck with any other type of rice.
So it's like a little different.
I mean, like that's the thing. So it's a cultural thing too, I guess. I don't know if you do that with jasmine or basmati or like long grain. I don't know what you're cooking with it. You know what I mean? But in like for short grain, you gotta rinse your rice. For short grain, I don't give a fuck. Rinse that shit. But like I said, for long grain, jasmine, basmati, I don't know the proper way for rice when it comes to that regard.
You know what? That's a great point, and that's why I love Casey, man. Because here's the thing. I couldn't agree more. So if I'm going to steam the rice, I'll rinse it.
Yes.
But if I'm making a rice pilaf or like Spanish rice, for example, I just toast it in the oil. Yeah. For jasmine, but sushi rice, dude, it's sacred.
Yeah.
Sushi, you have to wash it.
Yeah. You don't fuck with short grain. I don't even fuck
with it. Like
I was gonna ask you, Cho, where do you get your rice from?
It's not. I think it's Wismatech is our distributor for our rice. We use Shirariku Calrose rice.
Got you.
Yeah, and like sometimes if they're out of that, we switch to ome, which I don't know. For me, ome grains are a little bit smaller than Shirariku because like by like half a centimeter, if not a millimeter. Because I compared the two, I'm like, oh shit, ome's smaller than Shirariku. So I fuck with ome more personally, but the restaurant always gets Shirariku. So I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, because there's a rice farmer here. I forgot what the name was, but rice is banging, dude.
I believe it.
It's really close to. I'll have to send you the link, but I should connect with him because he makes short grain rice that is fucking to die. I call it magic rice.
Okay.
Because it's just seriously, I call it magic rice because it's so delicious, man. Like I don't know, man. You can tell the difference like when you taste different rices. So basically, when I worked at Hotel Bel Air, we had to contract a sushi chef for events, and basically it was funny because like we had this whole spiel like. Dude, he would go all out, but he had different types of rice, and he was showing which one we wanted to buy. He's like, listen, this bag is $50. This bag is $25. This is obviously higher quality. This is imported from Japan, but we need to know what type of clientele you want. And it was funny how we were tasting the different rice granules. Like it's
different.
amazing.
It's different. And like the type of cooker you're using too really changes how the rice comes out. Cause like at the restaurant we have like this standard huge ass fucking, I don't even know how many gallons. It's huge, right? There is no pressure though. Whereas you have the pressure cooker rice style, you close the lid, you hit the button. That's a different type of pressure. So the rice will come out a little bit more fluffier in that one. And then you got an Instapot, which is fucking, for the life of me, is the most difficult way to cook rice for some fucking reason. But like a pressure cooker for rice is just insane. Like the amount. So using the magic rice you're referring to, I might have to get like a legit pressurized cooker for that type of rice.
Dude. Yeah, and it's funny because at Seisan, so working at a 3 Michelin star restaurant, they cook rice, short grain rice differently. Still rinse it and everything, right? But they let it hydrate for 20 minutes, and it's set on a timer. So basically, you hydrate the rice for 20 minutes. Then at 20 minutes, you start cooking. Then you cook for about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how much, how wide and tall the pot is. Then after that, it's pulled off. It's not disturbed. It is hydrated for 20 minutes. So after it comes off the stove, and then basically it's fluffed up from there. I know it's weird, right? And then
I know,
from there,
I know the
I cook
hydrating
my
part.
rice
The
in
first
ovens.
part of the hydration, you let the water just soak for 20 minutes. That's fine. I've done that before. But the whole hydrate after the cook, that's very interesting. That is interesting. Huh.
Very interesting. So basically, you pull.
Now,
it off
Brandon,
the stove, but-
do you guys currently cook rice at the restaurant? Are you a current restaurant?
No, not really. Not really.
So we do like about 2 liters a day, and I cook it in the oven.
Oh man,
I showed these guys because they've never tried to cook rice in an oven before, and I'm like, let me just show you, like just a simple process, right? It's literally a 1-to-1 ratio. It's gonna be fluffy no matter what, but we hydrate the first 20 minutes like you do. But I also let it rest for another 20 minutes, untouched, literally just by itself. Let the steam reconstitute itself. After that, you take the top off and then you fluff. It's fucking perfect every time. And it like blew their minds. I'm like, have you never cooked anything more than...
What type of grain, though? Is that jasmine? Jasmine or...
Oh, this is jasmine.
Okay,
this is jasmine, yeah.
See, I gotta mess with jasmine often, man. I don't really eat other rice.
Go get basmati rice. You should make tadi. You should really dig into different cultures of rice because, like, I've learned how to make rice so many different ways. That'd be a good TikTok series, bro.
That too. That would be, dude.
Be.
Like short grain. Like I said, because like every culture has a different type of rice, and I don't know how to approach it, so I can't treat it like I would sushi. Like I'm not going to rinse long grain like I would do short grain. I'm not going to do jasmine like that or Spanish like that. So got to approach it differently,
Yeah, I had this from this Persian restaurant. This long basmati rice. I swear to God, the rice granule was literally a half an inch. It's crazy.
I can't. I would lose my shit. I'm just like, bro, what is crazy. This? Yeah,
dude. You know what? I gotta send you a picture. I have it downstairs.
See, this is when you're talking to chefs when you get excited over fucking rice, dude. I'm like, yes, this is awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but get this. They don't even.
It actually gives you a nice texture.
Yeah,
like the long grain, the really long grain. It's so nice.
But get this. I talked to the chef, and basically, they hydrate it, so they soak it in water for the next day. And I'm like, okay. And then get this, they just steam it. They don't put any water in it. They put it into the fucking steamer.
Yeah.
Raw.
I think I did that in my last, because I worked at a grocery store in the deli department, and that's how they cook the rice too. So now you just unlocked a memory right there for me, because we had a steamer. So you literally just unlocked a memory for me right there.
Yeah.
So hell yeah.
It's weird. I was like, hey, how much water? How much water did you put in there? He's like, no water.
They're like, don't matter.
He's like, no water. He's like, steamer. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. And I'm like,
they just put in a lid and just put in the thing, and then boom.
Yep. Not a perf pan, but it's like a special. They literally, like, you could use cheesecloth too. Put the cheesecloth down and then put the rice in the cheesecloth and then put it on. Oh, that brings me. Have you cooked sticky rice? Thai sticky rice?
We made mango sticky rice here at the house not too long ago. Yeah, with the Instapot. Yeah.
Oh no, bro! I gotta put you on, dude. Okay,
please do.
All right, I'm gonna put you on. So basically, I got the best recipe, man. I posted it. It's on my IG. But basically, you need a bamboo steamer, and you have to soak the rice for like 6 hours minimum. But then you steam this rice, and it comes out beautiful, nice.
I believe it.
And then you mix it with coconut.
See, I gotta get those appliance fucking sponsors, dude. I'm like, hey, give me all the appliances I need.
You know what? I should hook you up, man, dude. So many people try to send me the stupid smart oven, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. Smart
sure.
oven, pressure cooker. Like, and I'm just like, man, I ain't got time for this shit, man. Like,
sorry.
I wanna do it, you know?
You probably don't need that room. You in your fucking house, crazy. Hey, so Cho sent us a video, Brandon. I don't know if you checked your TikTok yet, but Cho, I'm gonna play this video that he's not. I haven't seen this yet.
Okay.
So we're all gonna experience this together.
I think Brandon will really like this one. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Whoa! Right? Right?
Dude, that actually.
That's like fuck.
Yo.
Like what?
With the Jolly Rancher.
What the hell? Like that crazy Michelin star decoration shit. Like what?
Dude. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna try that. I think
they
I have
cheated a tweel.
I think my kids have
That's
some,
what it is.
some Halloween candy. That they might have some Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah.
With the hair straightener, bro. Come on. And you guys weren't impressed with the hair straightener?
I don't know. It was crazy.
I ain't got no hair, bro.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty dope, though.
Oh my goodness,
dude!
That little puff. I've never seen this, but that's a tweel preparation.
Yeah.
If we were to, but we do it in an oven. You know, it's.
I'm actually going to do that at the restaurant.
That might be easier
with our ice cream. I'm going to just melt some Jolly Ranchers and stick it right there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. The watermelon one hits different.
But wait,
I love that.
Casey, didn't you want to talk about a certain creator on here?
Yeah, I want to talk about Pasta Bitch. So check this out. This bitch. Okay, so here we go. Right, so a long time ago.
I know, right?
So
Spill the tea, man. Spill the tea.
Let's go, bro.
I have this tea with this dude. Oh, tell me how you really feel. I called him out as pasta. I'm like, that's not how you make pasta, bro. Like, what the fuck? And he keeps using some. I don't understand, but like, just the way he comes off. This is prior Casey to being nice. This is Casey being mean. Like a couple years ago on TikTok. And I was all like, it's really bothering me how these people are spreading these kind of processes. But anyway, I called him out on it. He didn't like it. We had some words together. So my issue with him is he doesn't teach it properly. And he gets a fuck ton of views. Fuck ton, my guy.
Yeah.
And it's the same video pretty much almost every other time. It's just whatever kind of pasta, a tomato sauce, your basil, you put your cheese, call it a day. And bitch this, bitch that. Dude's half naked and he's getting mad sponsors. So that was my issue with him.
Hey, whoa.
More like my issue.
Hey, he does not have sponsors, bro. You're wrong there.
Or whatever it
Even
is.
brand deals, if anything. Just
brand deals. He only has
brand deals,
Bang.
yeah.
He only has Bang. That's confirmed.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Because of his
Well, there you
content.
go.
That's crazy.
That's what it is.
Why are you hating on him,
I
though?
just couldn't. I wasn't.
Why
This
you
was
hating
more of my issue than anything.
Because he has more muscles than you, bro?
I'm just letting you know. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Dude,
he's
why you
also like
hating?
40
Let him
pounds
do his
lighter.
thing, bro.
I'm just like
all right,
envious.
All right, here's the thing. Once you said he gets a ton of views, that's when I lost it, bro. I'm like, okay, come on, bro.
Yeah,
Because you have to like.
That's what I said. This was old Casey, bro.
Okay. Because like you have to take your emotion out of it, and it's like, okay, if he's teaching how to make a pasta wrong, but yeah, you're right. I think sometimes he does it just to be like a show, and that's what his channel's all about. But yeah, he gets a ton of views, but you know, at the end of the day, just like I said, like half of these food creators, they're entertainment.
Yeah,
they're in that entertainment section.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, you have to separate the two because honestly, it's very gray. And I totally get what you're saying, man. But like, dude, he can do whatever he wants, man. He can post whatever he wants.
That's true. It's his channel. Yeah, it is his channel.
Dog, if he wants to go into a restaurant half naked with saute pans and like, you know, do his thing and clap back, I mean, fine. Like if that's his thing, it's just like the Island Boys, you know, can we talk about them? The Island Boys? Let's go. Let's go, dog.
We just keep pulling them all over right now.
You know what?
But like again, this is like before I knew what TikTok was. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I just kind of opened. This was like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So all these contents coming at you quite fast, like 30 seconds at a time, and you're just like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah.
You know, like people should say something, but then again, I understand now.
Yeah,
different Casey altogether.
But listen, if it makes you feel any better, I don't take him seriously as a cook or a chef.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Right? I mean,
me neither. 100%.
Once I saw him pull the dough scraper out of his pants, I'm like, okay, yeah, this guy's just, you know, this is entertainment.
Yeah,
like literally, he pulled the gnocchi out of his pants, bro, out of his freaking boxers. Like, or whatever.
Now, which of the Island Boys are we actually
Island
looking
Boys,
at?
yeah, let's
because
get into
there's
that.
God, the fucking
there's a whole bunch.
the meme kids.
There's a whole bunch we
Yeah.
can.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, boy,
Like,
look
look,
at that.
okay, I get it. I understand it, right? So if this was old Casey, I would flame these guys right now. But like, that's not me.
Yeah, but
I
you know
get it,
what?
though.
They
You
are
know what?
This is more
securing the
satire
bag.
than anything.
They are securing
Listen,
the bag, like Brandon
right?
said earlier.
Listen, this is the new generation. And look, I'll be honest. One homeboy, I've seen him before, but now he has 1.3 mil. Okay, I forgot if you could click on his handle. These are two twin dudes out of Miami.
Is it this one?
Well,
P2
click on the
is.
first
I'm
video.
not even
Yeah, it should be
sure.
the top left one. I think that's
No,
that
that's the twin
No, that's not
brother.
it.
That's the twin brother. The other one has 1.2. There's two guys. No, there's another one. You know what?
No.
I forgot what his name is, but basically, look, this is a good scenario, right? They had one video. And you got to think of people like Vicky Woe or like 6ix9ine or like
Trippie Red.
Trippie Red's a little bit. He's a little bit like he's getting more mature. But you know, some of these people don't. I mean, come on, bro. Let's get real. They do this to grab attention, right? Grab attention and listen. They're gonna have a record deal within 6 months because nowadays you do not need to know how to sing or to know how to put lyrics together.
You just gotta be
to become an
marketable.
artist.
You have to be marketable.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but unfortunately, younger kids are going to look up to this. And they're like, wow, these people are crazy, you know, and it is what it is, man. And like, dude, my hat's off to them. I'm not going to sit here and bash them. You know, they're young. They're, you know, but like, let's be honest. We think this is silly.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, I just think it's satire.
Yeah, like that's how I did
Like,
it
I
with
don't
my
really care
TikTok
about
too.
it.
Like I try to go like when I first started off with the whole sushi talk, I just did making sushi videos for sushi creators, and then I got stagnant. I'm like, okay, I need to fucking figure out something new. And then I did the whole Jake Paul approach. I'm like, okay, I want to hate on some people. Ruffle some feathers, and that's why I started doing the sushi reviews and making fun of people and shit. And then I got an amazing amount of traction. And then TikTok, Facebook actually posted a compilation video of all my sushi reviews on their Facebook page.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's like I got like 30,000 followers in one day from the one Facebook post. So that's like holy crap.
Did
Like,
you get paid for it?
huh?
Yeah.
Did it give you money?
No. I mean, you got to think about it all. It's intellectual
assholes.
property. It's like I'm posting my videos on. They could do whatever they
Oh,
want.
okay.
Yeah.
So, but that was a really good hit, and now I'm getting flagged because it's considered bullying and harassing now. So I can't make fun of people on TikTok anymore. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to be more positive. But God, there's
Yeah.
some sushi videos out there. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Well, you know what, man? Like, I'll be honest. I used to do the same. I wasn't like antagonizing or anything or bullying, but I used to do like the hashtag chef authorized, and I would duet videos. And the thing is like I stopped doing it because it's like, okay, what do I want my legacy to be? And I don't want people. Listen, people actually wanted me to bash people, to like
same.
come after people.
Same.
And they wanted me to, they want to see it. And they were sending me videos like, hey, chef, what do you think about this? And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to put a stop to chef authorized, even though I'm about to bring it back. I want to bring it back. But
In a nice way.
not so much in a nice way, just kind of like, because the thing is, that's the best part. There's two things I love about TikToks. One of them is the motherfucking comment section. I love reading
straight to the comments, dude. Straight to the comments. It's so good.
I swear to God, I love going to the comments and like reading some of the comments and just rolling around laughing. And then I also like some duets. But here's the thing, and I'm sure you can agree with this, Joe. When you see some creators that build their whole page off of duets, and then all of a sudden they go stagnant.
Exactly.
And like,
yeah,
okay,
100%.
you just keep swiping. And so this is what made me change my perception, because I've seen a lot of creators where all they do is duets. They'll do 3 to 10 duets a day. And then, they're all of a sudden they just fall off. And I'm like, okay, I want to be a little bit more substantial. And so then even though that's how I got my start too, was the hashtag chef authorized. It took one video got like 600K. And I went from like, 800 followers to 8,000, in the span of 3 days. And, but I just didn't like how after a while people were just like, you're too positive, you're too this. And I'm like, bitch, you don't pay first of all, you don't pay my motherfucking bills.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
Like, listen, And this is what I try to tell people. I'm not cooking for you, man. Like if I'm cooking something for you and you have feedback, that's great. But like in all honesty, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. It's just pointless.
No, facts.
I might as well talk to my shoe.
Exactly.
Like,
and like I tell people, I see people in my comment section like, why don't you actually make sushi for once? I'm like, oh, it's called scrolling down my profile and looking at my videos, guys. Like, are you kidding me? Like, come on. Like, it's not hard. It's not rocket science.
This is not a zoo,
it's
bro.
like,
I am not a fucking monkey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So,
but it's good because like I think what's really good is like if you can know how to deal with like people, right, then you'll be successful.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, we're all in the restaurant industry. We know how to deal with people. So that's why I'm like, you guys can talk all this bad shit you want. I don't really care. I know what I'm doing is right. Who are you to tell me? You know, unless it was like an actual chef, like
water off a duck's ass. That's
like,
what I call
there's
it.
like I want to name all the chefs I actually really respect on TikTok. There's H Woo. You guys know H Woo.
Oh, yeah. Fucking love H-Woo,
homies
man.
with H Woo, great guy. Owen Han, they're actually housemates, so they're really dope. Sad Poppy.
Love Sad Poppy.
Who other?
No, his name's Brandon too.
Exactly. Yeah. Brandon is. He's actually the one that got me on Headley and Bennett, which is super dope.
Nice. Yeah.
You too, because you guys are awesome. Who else is there? Fucking. Those are literally the top 5 I could think of. I mean, a Golden Gully. Golden Gully's super nice guy. He's literally one of the nicest dudes on the planet.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
The dude, is it the dude that cook? What's his real name?
Yeah, dude can cook. Yeah.
What's his real name? Sunny. He's a really nice guy. So literally, like you guys, if you all were to say something, I would listen to everything you say. You know, just boom.
And you know what? I think that's the best thing about TikTok, man. Is we all like know everybody's tight knit, man. We all know each other. That's why I try to be respectful to everybody. And I think what's really important is like it's a small world, man. And I love what Sad Poppy is doing. Listen, I remember when he had 90,000 followers.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Chef John Kung too. I remember all of them. They have million. Like you, when I first found you only had like 100-something thousand, and I was like less than 10K at that point or something. It was insane. But
like that's what I'm saying. To see your come up, that's why I was telling you first thing. I'm like, dude, I am so happy for you because I think it's really important, man. Like people think this shit is easy. No, it's not easy.
It's tough.
You have to put in the work, the time. Yeah. You have to make videos that get engagement, and like it doesn't matter. Like, listen, one of my good friends on TikTok who she just passed the mill. And she's such good content, but she's like, it doesn't matter whether you have 600,000 followers or 1 million, because you just want more. You just want more. Yeah. And she said, what's more important is posting consistent content that you're genuine and that you can stand behind. And I'm like, you know what? I couldn't agree with that more. And what I'm saying is I love to see Brandon's come up, Sad Poppy, because like, dude, he reminds me of like the cook that just like never got treated like a leader. You know what I'm saying? And I know that sounds kind of weird, but like, well, Casey, you might know what I'm talking about, but like, there were some cooks that were so good, but they just got treated like shit and just got shit on because of
or never given the opportunity to lead.
Exactly.
That's how I felt about him.
And that's how I feel about like Sad Poppy. I'm like, dude, now he's crushing. Yeah,
he's a lot more like confident on camera too when he talks. Like I see his earlier videos. I'm like, dude, you were super timid and shy, and now you're like smiling on all your videos and you're being happy, like laughing. I'm like, dude, good for you, man. Like, I love
Did
Brandon.
you meet him in person?
Not yet. He's so hard to get a hold of, dude. He's impossible. I mean, he's a little introverted. I could tell. Like, he's very to himself, and I totally respect that. I mean, hopefully one day if Kelly Marie Bennett wants to throw another shindig and we all come out, that'd be dope. So, or no, is it Ellen Marie Bennett? Ellen. Yeah. So,
Ellen.
Yeah. I hope to meet Brandon. He's definitely a big inspiration for me too. So,
yeah, dude, and his plates look beautiful.
Oh my god, dude, his plating.
Hey, talk about legacy.
His plating's insane.
Well, we all know the homie.
Golden.
Okay, so from the both of you, before I flame the homie himself, but like this dude is doing an egg preparation.
Get them on a spoon and drop them into that.
Oh yeah, we got seen this.
Please, time 6 minutes. Justin, bring it up to the boil. Don't boil them ferociously. They'll get that sort of black line around the outside. Boil them gently, and I want to boil that.
First of all, false. You can boil the fuck out of eggs. It just doesn't matter the cook time. Okay, first, that's the first side. Second,
sort of yolky bit in the middle. Eggs. Take them out. Always like to sort of put them into cold water first before I start.
That's not cold water. Second.
And look, little trick.
Dude. Yeah, but Casey, let's be honest, bro.
It's
Yeah.
fucking it's Gordon Ramsay, bro. You can't be talking shit, bro. I can't. I'm never going to go after Gordon.
Yeah. No. No, here's the thing. I consider
Never.
Gordon Ramsay like Wolfgang Puck, right? He's in that legacy status. He can do whatever he wants. Man. Listen, Wolfgang would come around when I was in the kitchen. So I worked for Wolfgang Puck for 5 years, Cho, in Los Angeles, at an executive level, not like a cook. But here's the thing: he would come in the kitchen and he would literally he would stick his finger in every single fucking ice cream container like this, on the line. Right. And he'd walk down the line, taste every single freaking ice cream. And we would like, oh my God, what are you doing, chef? What are you doing? But you know what? It's like,
it's Wolfgang Puck.
Yeah, that's it. And I think of Gordon the same way. I know exactly what you're going to say, Casey, when he blows the egg and like only do this at home type deal. Like, dude, I get it. But like, let's be honest, man, he's not even doing his TikToks anymore,
I know.
man.
It's his thing.
I mean, and his teacher's Marco Pieri White.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Marco
dude,
Pieri White, dude.
That's why I love Marco so much. If I actually had a chance to work for any chef in the world, I would want to work with Marco Pieri White just for this one single quote.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't make Gordon cry. Gordon chose to cry. I'm like, dude, you are the coldest, most badass fucking person on the planet. I want to work for you.
That's legit,
like,
Facts,
dude,
bro. I mean, that's how they were back then, man.
I love. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm raised in that old school mentality. It's like, dude, I didn't make you cry. You're choosing to cry. Either take it or get out of my kitchen.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm part of that older generation too, where I'm like, dude, I like that work ethic. I love the ferocity and stuff. But like I said, I'm all about it.
Gordon's out of the game though. I mean, think about it.
He's just the entertainer now. He's
so like it's really hard.
He's just trying to start some drama.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. I mean, in all honesty, I just wish, and this is just my personal belief, I really wish that people would know Gordon Ramsay for the Gordon Ramsay that I know growing up as a chef. Okay, so Gordon Ramsay I know is the one that worked with Marco Pieri White, who garnered 3 Michelin stars in 2 restaurants. Okay, and multiple 1 Michelin star restaurant and as well. And you know, he's a beast of a chef. The problem is his legacy now, and what people know him for is this damn reality TV where he's screaming at everybody.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Now, and listen, it sucks, but it's like, you know, that's what he's associated with, and that's kind of his legacy. He's trying to change it, but like if you see him now, most of the time he's like hanging with his girls.
Chill.
Yeah, he's hanging
so
with his girls. He's making TikToks with his young girl, and I think that's the Gordon Ramsay that I think people should know and get to know, because they don't really like. I'm not going to sit here and say he was nice in the kitchen. He wasn't. He was just like he is on TV. Fucking nasty. I know people that have worked with him directly. He was the exact same person. Now on reality TV, they put him in situations to make him react like that. Of course, you know, like here's a good example. I got the DM from Hell's Kitchen. You know, somebody reached out for me from casting, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a little too overqualified for this position. They only get like straight up. Yeah, she's like, yeah, you're right. And like, dude, they only get people that are like bottom level diner, you know what I'm saying? So cooking, you know, and they put them in these scenarios, and it's kind of like, it's sad, but like that's what people associate him with. And it's like, man, I don't want that to be me, man. I got to be honest. But it's time for him to pass the torch, though.
No, it is. It is. That's why I talk to other like TikTok creators too. It's like, if there's ever going to be like a TikToker like cooking show, like on an actual huge network, I don't think we would. I can't be there. I'm in the restaurant business. These guys are all home cooks. You could get all the home cooks to get there, but like actual chefs, I don't think we could. You could call us over and be like, hey, you guys want to be a judge? I'd be like, fuck yeah,
Maybe
I'll be
to
a
do like
guest
a spot
judge, but
or
like
something.
Yeah, I don't
think
think we
skills like a stage.
Yeah,
like I'd be fucked with that, but like otherwise, it's like,
That's what I'm saying, because like TikTok is growing so big.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like that could be a possibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
but the only problem is, man, I'm really having an issue with these guidelines and my videos getting flagged and like the sound, like, bro, like honestly, it's so frustrating.
You're talking to the CEO of it. This guy.
I went from posting 7 to 10 videos a week to now I'm like down to 3 because I'm like you know, whatever.
Keeps flagged.
Yeah, getting suspended sucked. That was the worst time of my life. I was panicking. I'm like, oh, there goes my whole social media career. But then it was I got lucky. So now that's why I like had to stop with the negative sushi reviews. I'm like, all right, I got to stop. I don't want to lose my account. Yeah. Stuff like that.
And you know what the problem is what I heard is that it's bots that are filming through, are going through the content. It's robots. It's a bot. So that's the problem is they're flagging a lot of things, man. And it's like, it has nothing to do with the actual human being. right?
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, people are actually taking the time to sit through all these videos. I'm like, really?
It's bot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured as much.
It's programming. So basically a lot of people are getting their videos flagged, or like even old videos sound gone. Like I'm like, dude, this video took me 6 hours to edit, man. What the F?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, yeah, seriously, dude, like, man, I'm just like there was, yeah. And it's like, and so like, the thing is like, that's the problem. It's like, I think everybody like gets so upset when their account just vanishes. You know what I'm saying?
I feel bad, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I feel bad.
Seriously, I know 3 creators, millions of followers, man. Especially the guy that just opens computers. I think he just got his freaking his account back. Actually, he had 4 mil on there. And, but anyway, what I'm saying is that's what you have to realize is this is their platform. This is not ours. And that's why, like, for me, I'm starting to break off and kind of do my own thing where I can post whatever I want on this new platform. And shameless plug, shout out to Sunday. But yeah, man. And it's like, dude, like now I'm working with the video editing team out of the Philippines.
Nice.
Yeah. And so like, dude, it's perfect, man. I can ship this stuff off. Oh, speaking of, Casey, side topic, I sent them our podcast to edit. So I'll probably receive that back in like 24 hours. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. And so like, yeah, I just, man, it's crazy because same thing with Instagram, man. It's like TikTok, you get extreme organic growth. Instagram, it's like 10 followers. 5 followers.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, dude, Instagram's a beast in itself. Even if you were to, if I post my most viral TikToks to Instagram Reels, I don't get nearly the reach. It's just, it's
people
insane.
don't view it anymore.
It's a different algorithm. It's a different thing.
That's why I was telling Golden Gully, I'm like, bro, how do you get these? Man, you got these videos with 50K views, 60K views. And I'm like, bro, it's crazy, man. I have like, I'll get a couple thousand, but anyway, I'm not going to worry about the followers anymore. I'm just going to keep on posting.
Yeah, just exactly. Same.
You know, like, dude, my video I just posted with the picking style chicken, I was really hoping that would do well. Completely bombed. But I call it,
I mean, to your eyes, but like, just let it sit there for a bit, man. I think it's
totally fine.
Not giving it.
Yeah, I'm over it. If it hits over 1,000, then I'm good. I feel good about it, and I'm just moving on.
That's why I look at it too, dude. Like I look at the view count. I'm like, okay, 1,000's a good day. 10,000's a great day.
Yeah,
you know, like boom, happy with that, and then move on. So
now, question for the both of you, because you guys have the most follower counts on this little window over here. Well, how do you guys sift through all the comments? Now, I get this question a lot actually. On my video that's kind of coming out. A lot of people are actually messaging me. It's like, hey, don't worry about the hate, blah, blah. They don't know. I don't give a shit. It's just, it's whatever. But they don't know yet. From your perspectives, from your first viral, let's say, video, how did you handle that kind of influx of people absolutely trashing you or flaming you or giving you actually feedback? How did you guys kind of manage through that?
Brandon, you go first.
You go first.
Yeah. Actually, you know what's funny? There's this guy called Jackson Tips, and Jackson's Tips. I forgot what I don't know, but he has really long hair, and basically he laid it out for me. And so basically, once I started to get my first viral video, and it was the salmon video, this thing got 1 million views less than 24 hours. It was crazy, and it was me cutting salmon on my freaking iPhone. But I was pissed off because there was. Anyway, to make a long story short, basically I got so much hate. But what I realized is nobody wanted to go back and forth with me in as far as like a debate. You know what I'm saying? And they just wanted to spew hate. And it's funny because at first it kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. But then the thing is this guy Jackson Tips was like, hey, engagement is good, whether it's good or bad. And he's like, listen, TikTok can't read the comment, but they see the amount of clicks and the amount of typing and the amount of comments, and they push the video out to the algorithm. So I used that as a jump off, and I replied to every single comment, every single one, whether it was an emoji or this or that. But then the thing is like, in reality, once I close the app, bro, I'm going back to normal life. And this is what people don't realize, man. Like, I'm not like, and there were some, I feel bad for the people that are actually genuinely interested in, and that actually do have some culinary questions that I can't answer. Right. So usually when I post a video, the first 24 hours, I reply to as many comments as possible. And then after that, I might check up on the video, but that's pretty much it, man. I call it a day. I'll respond to as many as possible, but you just can't respond to everybody. That's just the way it is. But I do feel bad for the young culinarians that actually do have questions, legit questions about the video and technique in that video. And it's hard for me to reply to everybody, especially when you can only type like 30 characters in a comment.
Yeah, very true.
That's why I'm starting with the new platform, Sunday. Link is in the bio.
There you go. Right?
Yeah.
Shout it out.
How about you, Cho? How did you?
For me, I want to just use the Nick Sushi Pizza video for reference because that is by far the most hated video I've ever put out there. Like Brandon was saying, bad publicity is good publicity. Yep. The fact that I had so many people coming after me, I was like, guys, I'm loving this. Like, I'm loving every single negative comment. The fact you got to put in perspective too. So people like stress over like, I can't believe this guy or girl said this to me. It's like, think about it. Someone's sitting in bed watching your video and taking the time out of their day to say something bad about you. You got to put in perspective. It's like, okay, dude, whatever, move on. And then I made a video calling people snowflakes, and that video went viral for some reason too. I'm like, whatever. Like, you guys are getting mad at me for just, I think you guys saw it was like me calling like soft, like you guys can't handle my energy kind of thing. So that video was really funny because like I clap back, like people like me for being a straight shooter. Like, I'm not one to take shit from anyone sometimes. Like if I don't respect you, like I'm not going to take shit from you. So like I call them snowflakes, and that video went crazy. So it's just like, you just got to take it. I mean, with social media, you're going to put yourself out to the world for either praise or hate. So you got to accept that. Yeah. So moving on, just post. Like when you posted your whole black oil garlic thing and you got a whole bunch of hate for it, dude, that video almost hit 1 million views for you. If not, it's already over 1 million views for you. See, like you got to accept the hate that comes with it, Yep. So don't let the hate comments get you down. Just keep pushing through it. And like I said, if people want to take the time out of your day or their day to make fun of you, you win. Yeah. You win at the end of the day.
The only thing that I wish I would have done better, and I did do a lot better with I had 2 back-to-back viral videos, omelet videos that I gained almost 100K followers, but I had to delete it. It was so sad. It was so sad. I had to delete both of them. Why? But, well, one got taken down, right? One got taken down, but then it got appealed. But the problem was I posted it where it's a long story, but I posted it where I worked, and somebody saw it. It went viral, and they saw it, and they made me take it down. I totally get it. I totally understand because it's like sacred. But anyway, needless to say, what the thing is I did much better with this viral video. So when you get a viral video, you need to engage with the community and make them believe in you, right? As a creator. Because here's the thing: when I got my first viral video, I got so many followers that they weren't into me. They were just following because for no reason. It's just like an automatic click. Yeah. But the problem is there's so many creators with millions of followers that their video engagement is very low, right? Because they lost their community over time. So I think what's really important nowadays is make sure you build a proper community, right? So Casey, that's what you need to do. Like you need to say, hey, whoever really wants to learn how to be a chef, or whoever really wants to learn, like, hey, I'm here for you. This is what I do. Let's talk about it. Let's go live. Let's do this. You have to engage with the community, because sometimes you'll get millions of views. And like, if you don't retain that audience, you're just doing yourself a disservice, because then your follower to video view ratio is off. You know what I'm saying? Because people aren't looking for you, right? Because that's the thing. Once you put a video out, it's on the when it's on the FYP or algorithm, like it doesn't go to your followers. That's the thing. And so when you do have a video that pops off, and I did that with the omelet video, like the followers that I got from that video, are invested into me, right? And it's awesome. But that's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Cho, you look like you needed to say something.
Oh, I was going to say this same thing off of that. Like, I've pretty much been shadow banned for the past 2 weeks on my posts. Like, I haven't gotten nowhere near the engagements I had prior to that. And then my most recent sushi review video just went ape shit. So now I'm like, okay, I did something right, or I did something wrong. I don't know what happened, but yeah. So even if your views are low, don't let the views get to you. Yeah. Just keep posting. Just keep posting. Who cares if you get only 1,000 views and the next video gets 20 views and or 20,000 views and the next video is back to 1,000? Don't let the view count get to you. Just push through it. Just keep posting content. Yeah. That's so a good move. A lot of people get disappointed in the view counts and don't. Just keep posting. Yeah.
I used to get
Brandon and Cho. I have one final video, and this is the most controversial one. At least for Brandon, that is. So, Brandon, I know a little bit of history for you, but I'm going to play it really quickly. I know you already know the backstory, but Cho, I don't know if you knew, Really quickly, we'll sum it up right here.
What kind of chef puts his dirty shoes on his?
So the discussion is Bobby Flay's leaving the Food Network after 27 years. Good. I'll just leave it at that. So Bobby Flay, there's a whole slew of little things over here, leaving the Food Network after 27 years because he can't get enough more. He can't get more money than Guy Fieri. So he's throwing a little temper tantrum. And I'm just like, I don't like that homie anyway. Get rid of Bobby Flay. So Bobby Flay is no more with the Food Network. He's quit after 27 years. And like, there people kind of blowing it up.
Casey hates him because he jumped up on his cutting board.
Yeah.
That's why Casey hates him.
Well, you got to think about it. He's just
him.
one Iron Chef. He was stoked. I don't blame him. He's not serving food anymore at that point. So I'm like, hey, yeah.
I hate the guy because I met him twice and he's a straight up dick.
Oh.
Bro, like dick.
Okay,
I actually, here in the Bergen Mall in New Jersey, he has a Bobby's Burger Palace, I think that's what it's called. I interviewed there a long time ago as a Sue. And I met the guy. He wouldn't even look me in the eye. Wouldn't even give me the time of day. I felt like I was wasting his time. And I'm like, bro, somebody called me to be here for this position. At least give me the time of fucking day. I'm giving you my 5 minutes. Shit, if you can't even do that, then we out. Like I don't want to do this.
Did he interview you or did he just?
He was around because he saw my name. He saw the accolade. He was literally there beside the hiring manager or whatever.
Okay.
It's straight up just I felt like dick energy the 2 times that I met this guy. And that's my whole thing against this dude.
So it's so funny because he was so hated in Las Vegas because Mesa Grill got a Michelin star when
he has no stars, huh? Bobby Flay doesn't have a single star, does he?
No, he has one Michelin star from Las Vegas.
Oh,
Mesa Grill.
Okay.
Mesa Grill.
And it's a Mexican restaurant. Not to say anything bad about a Mexican restaurant, but it's like tacos and shit. It's like, and so everybody was so pissed. And of course he lost it. Of course it was a fucking mistake.
Yeah.
That place did not deserve a Michelin star. But I just thought it was funny because everybody hated him when I was in Las Vegas. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Because he did get more money than Guy Fieri. But come on, let's be honest, man. Bobby Flay's a little washed up nowadays. You know, he's done.
He had his 10 minutes of fame. You know, he was there for a long time. But yeah, I never really looked up to him.
Yeah.
Ever. Just Bobby Flay's just Bobby Flay. It's just like, I don't know. Is Iron Chef still a thing? I knew he was like one of the chefs. I'm like, are you guys kidding?
No.
You guys had Bobby Flay as one of your Iron Chefs? Like, what the hell?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I
I think
think
it's
it
mostly just
stopped.
reruns.
I think it stopped a long time ago. But I was there. Well, not me, but like I was there for the Iron Chef actually airing in Japan. With
that was the best.
OG ones.
The OG Iron Chefs.
Literally the best one.
The OG ones.
Dude, the Chinese guy, the Japanese dude, and I forget the other guy, but
The French guy.
the French dude. Yeah, it was insane. I think Morimoto was one of the OG Iron Chefs.
Morimoto was there.
Yeah, Morimoto.
Morimoto was
OG.
there. But just
Yeah, he's a
like
nice- I met Morimoto. He's
they
really
were
nice.
still airing that like new episodes when I was in the Philippines before I came over, and I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then when I came over to the States, they were airing kind of like, I don't know, maybe like 2 months before, so I already knew the episodes. But like that for me was like my childhood. So, but
Same.
again, Bobby Flay, nay, Guy Fieri is
Both of them
who I'm
nay
like-
for me. Both of them
Yes.
nay for me. Guy Fieri,
Yeah.
dude, what the hell?
His
He's
food-
just a
Guy is just
personality.
cool.
He's just a personality.
like I would hang out with Guy. You know what I mean?
I want to hang out with him.
Have you been to his restaurant though? You've been to his restaurant? It's
Which
crazy.
one?
It's disgusting, dude. I hate to say it. I went when it was opening, and I went there, and it was just like, ugh, bleh.
Yeah.
I don't like food that's like 6 double-decker hamburgers with the steak knife
Yeah.
smashed in there.
That's not
Everything's
me,
fried.
That's why I'm never going to go to Salt Bay's restaurant. Never.
Yeah.
I don't need to see a guy trying
Yo,
to make my
don't.
steak.
Yeah,
I don't need to see that. No, sorry,
Yeah.
dude. Just give me
No,
my
no,
steak.
no.
And
money.
plus, listen, the meat that he uses is not good quality. It's not a good steak. It's really not.
It's probably just choice, if anything.
The
not
restaurant
even
is not
prime.
good. It's just for a show.
Yeah, that's
not
why I'm
good
like,
food.
ugh, no, I don't want to waste my
90% of the people that have went there that like, okay, yeah, this is a waste of time. It's just for show.
time. I feel bad for every A-list celebrity that went there. I'm like, wow, you guys got ripped off. But
Yeah.
oh well.
They wanted to see him. It was more of an experience for him.
But cheers to him. He's secure in the bag too.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I can't hate. I
No.
can't hate.
Yeah.
Won't go to his restaurant, but I can't hate.
Yeah. No way. No. Definitely don't want to go.
Okay, now as we kind of do end, like I think we've shitted on enough people. I think for one podcast, we'll save another one for another one. But Cho, if you don't mind, can you just let our listeners know where they can find you? I know Brandon and I's links are already there. So,
Yeah. You
but for
guys
though.
could follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. SushiChefCho. I'm going to start pushing out more videos on YouTube, but I do not have the editing software for that yet. But it will be happening soon. Yes.
Yeah, YouTube is definitely got to get on YouTube, bro.
Yeah, YouTube is where the future will always be. So yeah.
Always.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. Like I'll make sure to link Cho's stuff all the way down on the description below. Make sure you guys go ahead and check him out and follow him on TikTok specifically. You have to catch him during his live though.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like my favorite thing in the morning.
My TikTok live
Like, it
morning
really
show.
is-
Chop with Cho.
Yeah.
An hour of my time goes to Cho's live, literally in the morning. As before, like as I'm prepping for work, I'm banning all these trolls. It's like the best gift you've ever given me, Cho. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
I appreciate
Anytime,
you
man. Anytime.
for making me mod.
Yep.
Brandon, I don't know if you knew. So Cho made me a mod in his live. So I'm like, oh my god, I can ban people.
Yeah, straight up. Like,
The
no, I
greatest day ever.
tell people not to
the
even
greatest
bother muting because people, when they're muted on live, they still could like report your live, which I've learned the hard way. That's how I got suspended so many times on live. So that's why mods just block. If they're going to piss you guys off, just block them. I don't need them in here. There's a billion people on TikTok. I could care less, and then just block them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right.
Man, hey,
Other
that
than
was
that,
fun.
you
That
can
was
catch
so
us
much fun.
all
I
up.
can't believe we went for an hour and a half, dude.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
nuts.
because it's too much fun, man. Again, we'll save the shitting for another episode. But all our contacts down below. You can find all our podcasts airing the next day on Apple, Spotify, Google, whatever suits your fancy. But from all of us, though,
Peace.
have a good night.
Have a good
Thanks
one,
a lot,
guys.
everyone.
Thank you.